26 left. Lambda 2 X-ray. Is it difficult? Triple Q. Well, it's a sim and it's quite accurate, so it is pretty tricky. This game is old. Mark? Which game? How's the landing, Michael Brown? Ash chat? I thought it was okay. Right, after Lambda 26 X-ray, after Lamborn, we have UL 610 to Hemel. UL 610. What am I doing wrong here? Wait. We've done that. On the wrong place. UL 610. My brain's frying out. To Hemel. Are we taking off? No, it'll be about 10 to 15 minutes probably. A few things to do first. Got to set up the aircraft so it knows where it's going, get the fuel on board, all that kind of stuff. UT 410. And we've got UL 20, UL 28. UP6. And then Ramsey. We're going to Belfast. We're in Gatwick. Massop. Nelbo. Hang on a second. It's direct to Massop, then direct to Nelbo. And then we need an approach into 2-5. When they have an ILS 2.5 and they have a Y and a Z, is that just because they've got two systems, or is there some kind of, like, how do you know whether to choose Y or to choose Z? Still no food on board, Bella. Do you want me to get the catering trucks over? Request catering service just for you, Bella. The go around is different. Ah, that makes sense. You're 14, Triple Q. There's nothing wrong being 14, but maturity and age don't really go hand in hand. Sometimes do. Alright, so let's just go for ILS Z then. Transition on, now you're asking. You're a simple man, Cessna. That's not what you aspire to, Jack Sims. Bell 1, Bell 2, or Ringer? Is that... Are they having a laugh with this? Bell 1, Bell 2, or Ringer? So you've got Ringer Bell 1, Ringer Bell 2. I swear they've got a sense of humour. See, I don't know. I can't view... Like, I can't visualise the transition. If we was to go to that... Look at that, it just goes boom, straight Ringer. Ringer's for a southeast arrival. Gotcha. Well, let's see what that looks like. We're going via TNT. That'll be an explosive descent. Oh. Massop, Nelbo, there's Ringer. Yeah, that's fine, that works. That works nicely. We'll take that.
Happy anniversary, Natter.
King Regulus, thank you for half a year, King Regulus. Right, I need to get my Top Cat thing now. 3, 2, 4. EGAA, random estimate. Okay. That catering's taken a long time to get here. What's for tea, Connor? I have absolutely no idea. I have honestly no idea. Let's do the payload first. Zero fuel weight is going to be 57.1 tons. 57.1 tons. The fuel is going to be 5.2 tons. Cruise wind we can get from the flight plan. EGKK to EG. Can't type with my left hand. Alternate. Where's the best alternate? $3,600. Yeah, IDW, I don't know, dude. I don't know. I used to use PFPX and it had this button that you could click. EGAC, sounds viable. This button you can click, find alternate. It was incredibly useful. Right, 360. Take that. 174 at 72. Maybe it absolutely wants me to put the altitude in first. Apparently does. Transition at 6,000. Actually, I should have done N1 limit. Dublin is an alternative airport for Belfast. And what is the code for Dublin? Yes, it is the 737 NGX, correct. Let's see. Takeoff. Conditions here are... they're getting worse, actually. Down to 11 Celsius. QNH is 1012. And the wind is 0 at 2 knots. Yeah, DW's Dublin. Ragnarson, thank you for 15 months. Right, 90.5% is what we're looking for on the N1. That'll do. Takeoff page. Flaps 5, giving us a trim of 5.26. I've not heard the catering. I'm sure I told it to bring catering. It didn't bring it, okay. No catering on the flight, guys, apparently. Package unloading in progress. What? Catering service requested, waiting for other service to complete. That's why it didn't arrive, because it's still unloading the baggage. What the heck? What are they waiting for? I think it's got stuck. That's all I can think of is these have got stuck. Because there's nothing... It sucks. I can try restarting it, see if that works. Didn't last time. Okay, that's kicked it into touch. That'll do. Oh, that'll work. Okay, that'll get on with that. Okay, trim 5.26 set. We have our V speeds. Unable to 20 knots at KKW02. Let's have a look at the chart. Welcome back, VRI Delta. It's been a few years.
Hello.
Boom sour that was a while back.
Morning.
220 knots at KKW02.
Good morning.
KKW02. Why are you unable?
Hi. Thank you.
It's saying it can't get up to 220 knot speed in 1.8 miles, which is probably right. I just tried to remove the restriction, but it's not having it. Let's try convincing it. Unable 200 knots. Yay. Okay, 143. 258 is set. 6,000 is going to be our initial climb. Right, we're going to be going up to 360. Elevation's 200, so that's correct. Now I'll need to look at where we are. We're on stand 102, aren't we? Boarding complete. That's what we want to hear. I don't know what they've put on there. Ken, sure they might have put some smoked salmon in there. Okay, passengers are on board. Now, it looks like pretty straightforward pushback. We want to go nose left. If you look at the chart here. So we're on 102. And we need to get over to 26 left down here. So I reckon if we push back and then go Lima, Papa, and then just before Bravo. Well, if you want to take a full run up at it, it's quite a long runway. You could probably go straight onto Bravo, to be honest. Or turn onto Alpha. One or two. I like that sound of the rain. It's a nice sound. Okay, let's get the flight directors on. Let's get the auto throttle on. On the L9 VNAV. And we shall start up the APU. Get off the ground power. and then get a pushback. Gatwick SPs to depart from A1 or A3. A1's easy enough. So I guess you could turn it from Papa, turn down Alpha November. That would be the easiest way. Can we have the route? Rome? Did I not put it in the chat? I thought I put it in the chat. Honestly, I thought I'd done that. That's amazing. My bad. Okay, APU stabilized. Flick over to AP generators, put the APU bleed on. Get the air pumping. Check the parking brake is set. Remove the ground power and the wheel chocks. Put the legs page. And we'll set the barrow. Okay, let's go up to the overhead. I'm fine, thank you, Scotsman. How are you? So basically, we're going to be going down there, and then Alpha November crosses this way. We take a left, and then out that way.
Locking gear.
Might not be on yet. I don't know. Can I ask you something about flying the PMG 737? Yep.
Live has been inserted. Release parking brakes. Commencing push.
Parking brake released.
Is clear.
Clear to start. Anti-collision light goes on. And start engine number 2. I'll tell you what we will do. Turn the packs off so we actually have enough oomph. Every time I am too high, I get a beep 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 sound. What could that be every few seconds? How do I turn it off? It's, well, if assuming it's nothing here, your master caution, then if it's what I think it is, if you've like left a door open or something, it's going to be this, the altitude horn cutout. And it could be because you've not set your pressurization or because you've left a door open, but click that and it should shut it up. Air offline is going well. Let's engine 2 start. Wonder if they normally start right in your first. Why did they call it number 1, left number 2? Because they probably numbered the 1 and 2 and then later found out they should start 2 first. Refric, it can also have the having the ILS comms open so you can hear the beacon beeping. I'm not sure that's what his problem was though.
Set parking brakes.
Right. parking brake set. Engines started. Turn on the probes. What's the outside temperature? 11, it's fine. Quick check of this. Anti-ice we don't need. Probes are on. They're all on. They're on. Let's put the packs back on. Switch over to engine electrics. Turn off the APU. Turn off the APU bleed.
Tow truck disconnected.
Brakes are on RTO.
Bypass main removed.
Just do a flight control check. That looks good.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
I don't think you do it after start, Supernova. I think it's... I need to look at the flows, because there's going to be a certain point when you put them on continuous. But it depends which part of the flow it appears on. Cabin secure, start, switches, continuous. There you go. So before takeoff checklist. So we've got to do our flaps. Flight controls have been checked. Flaps 5 selected. Stability trim has been set. Cabin pressure has been done. Cabin secure. And then the start switches go to continuous. Verify 5. Yep, flap 5 set. Transponder, I didn't turn that off when I came in, so that's shouldn't be on TARA, it should be on that. Okay, let's go on taxi round. James, if you want this plane, you get it from PMDG, Precision Manuals website. If you're an X-Plane, you could use the Zebo mod, which is free. I do 4-pause, I haven't been on there for a while though. Right, we need to look out for, let's see, Alpha November. Is that it there? Alpha November. The thing is, and every operator will do it differently. Alpha November, so holding points Alpha 3 should be roughly here. Alpha 3. Straight over to Alpha 1. Oops. Very hard to see where we're going here. Yeah, it's this one here. This is Alpha 1, I think.
Welcome to the Nut House.
It's a little bit referent. There's too many taxi lines. And it doesn't help, it's so dark, it's hard to see the line. Jack MC, welcome to the Nut House. Can we give Jack MC a nutty welcome, guys? This is why you have two people. One can look at the chart, one can be like, yeah, over there. This is where we want to be. It's Gatwick, Boom Tower. Right, continuous MCP has been set. Transponder TARA. Landing and strobe lights on. The tracks are all on. It's all set. Let's go. Use ChatNav. ChatNav's great. That delay just makes it so much better. Yeah, I meant turn left 10 seconds ago. Okay, 40%. Stable. Toga. Stick forward. It's 80 knots.
V1. Rotate. V2.
Let's rotate. Gear up. Very rainy Gatwick. Let's clear that up. Just a couple of minutes and be good. Yep. Okay, we're almost at flaps 1 speed now. Flaps 1 speed. Flap 1 selected. I'm going to stow away the gear. Or if you tail strike, Captain Flint, if you have damage turned on, yeah, you'll damage the aircraft. This is where we've got all these restrictions now. That should never have been 250. Gatwick's over there somewhere. I don't know, Norbert. I think you're supposed to press the whole bar, so you put them all on for takeoff. I'm sure it said it on the thing, didn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Because if you look here, it says, before takeoff checklist, retracts on. And they are the retracts, the retractable lights. So, I'm going to go with yes, they're meant to be on. But you retract them as soon as you can, I guess. Shortly after takeoff. KC, Guatemalan Twitch, baby. Greetings from Guatemala, my friend. How was Truckfest? Lol. It was great. Thanks for Diamonds, Casey. Refrick, don't go away the gear, just casually walk into the cabin, pull away the carpet, open the hatch, put the gear in its container. Nothing to see here, passengers, just don't go away the gear. Okay, we should be getting clearance to a higher altitude, even though we can't fly yet, but let's clear ourselves to 190. As soon as we pass 6,000. Thank you, Muffins. Well, Mrs. Squirrel will be cooking for all the passengers, trotters. You're asking a lot. -14 outside, so we don't need the ice on. So we're restricted quite a bit here. This is what I was saying to you about when we come around London, on the east side of London, we have to stay at 5,000 so that the Heathrow traffic can go over the top. There's a lot of restrictions here. We're stuck in the soup. Watch out for the VOD mutes with that air sound. Only happens on X-Plane. P3D wind is different. If you're using FTX England, which I'm not, there's a fix for the AFCAD. GSX not recognised and understands. If you remove the faulty AFCAD files from the FTX England folder, they're called ADE FTX England BGL. You need to remove the file that's right. Okay. What if I'm not using FTX England, which I don't think I am? I mean, I have it. I just didn't install it. I have FTX Scotland, and that worked okay. We went into Glasgow. It's a pity we can't see much. Oh my god, I'm peeling so much, man. I don't know if you can see that. We can't see it. So much dry skin. It's a waste of time trying to get a tan. Seriously. You go out in the sun, you go red, then you flake. You never go brown. Why does it only look like you're only going slow? It's because you're 5,000 feet away from the ground, so it looks slow. If you're close to something, you look like you're going faster. If you get in a car, it's like really low down, it feels like you're going much quicker than if you get like in a coach where you're high up. It's just perception. Honestly, WH, I'm just covered in dead skin. Yeah, genetics, YOLO. That's what it is. Pure genetics. Do I turn my packs on when I'm departure? So, your packs, right? Generally speaking, you want them in auto. These things here, so that people back there have got like air conditioning. So you want these in auto. The only time you turn them off, really, is when you want to start the engines, because the APU is not powerful enough to turn the fan around if you've got it blowing air conditioning as well. So you turn it off, start the engines, put it back to auto, and then you put the engine on rather than the APU on. So you want them on, but the other thing you need to do is just set the altitude here that you're going to, so the pressure system can work out what pressure to put the cabin. Yay! It's gone nicer. Oh, that's a nice view, isn't it? Look at that. It's gorgeous. Tell you what, England just after rain looks amazing. No, APU is the thing at the back, RW. You see this tiny hole at the back? There's a turbine back here, a small turbine. That's called the APU, the auxiliary power unit. And you basically, that's powerful enough to start the fan on an engine. It's also powerful enough to give you electrical power. You turn the APU off when you've got ground power. Yeah, but the ground power won't start the engines, because you'd be attached by a cable. It wouldn't be a good idea. But you can get a unit which they can push over and hydraulically start the engine, but you don't use that much. Beautiful. FTX England would look even better.
Oh, yeah.
Just that, I don't know, I heard that your frame rates get a bit hit, so I was a bit... I don't know, has anybody used FTX England? Do they find their frames suffer? Like, we're doing just over 60 FPS at the moment. If I was to install FTX England, would that take a massive battering? Where do you get these add-ons for FSX? It's not FSX Justice, it's P3D. You can get them from Sim Market and other places. Citrus, did you know your hair is made up of dead skin cells? I did. FPS is fine, usually go around 30 in London, but you've only got a 970. They're already fairly high settings, okay. I'll have to try it. Are you a fan of flying IRL? Well, I'm learning to fly, so yeah. I'm about 3/4 through my private pilot's license, but that's only for like little GA aircraft, nothing like this. That's beautiful, look at that. That's gorgeous, that is. Looks so nice. Ooh, Dartford Crossing. That's what that is. I can tell just by looking at it. Yeah. That's the M25. Going that way. If you head down the coast there, that's Tilbury Docks, and then if you keep going down the coast, Southend's down there. And Chelmsford is with M25 here. That could be the A12. Or maybe that's the A12, one of them. Chelmsford's either there or there, I'm not sure yet. That's a Dartford Crossing though. And that's the Thames estuary coming in. That becomes the Thames, that becomes London. That is London City Airport right there. Do you know Liverpool more than London Heathrow and Gatwick area? I know the area around Liverpool more than I know around Heathrow, if that's what you mean. Gatwick, like, I'm pretty au fait with the London area. Citrus, did you know your hair is made up of dead skin cells? I read it. I didn't miss that, Citrus. I read that out. I said, yes, I know. I love the cloud shadows. No, actually, Boom Sour, Matt Davis is from the same place as me, bizarrely enough. He's from St Helens, which is a town east of Liverpool. And he's from the same place, which is bizarre, except he still lives there. Yay, we're climbing. Right, standard pressure. Finally. Climbing quite quickly now. On a girl music, 11 months. I guess your flying haven't been watching because I've had stuff to do, and happy birthday. No problem, honey girl, thank you. We are flying, yeah. What's Matt Davis like when you get to meet him at Cosford this year? I am going. What's he like? He's like what you see on the screen. Okay, passing 10k.
Oh, yeah.
All the lights are coming off.
To the nut house.
That may have already been off by accident. Referee, in June I fly from Ems to Heathrow and back from LCY to Ems. I am so hyped about LCY, my first flight outbound from there. What are you flying in, Refrick? That's more the point. I want to fly into London City on like a dash or something. That would be amazing. I'd love to do that. Did your accent change over the years? I'm a huge Liverpool fan and love the Scouse accent, but your accent is nowhere near Scouse. However, Mr. Squirrel sounds more Scouse. Yeah, mine changed more than hers because I worked in London. Like, I worked in London for many years and your accent changes quite a lot. But yeah, you're right, she is a bit more Scouse sounding than me. I never sounded like a Scouser, to be honest, though. I had like a thick northern accent, but I didn't have a Scouse accent. So I sounded maybe somebody like from not quite Burnley. It wasn't Mancunian either. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. Right, let's clear ourselves all the way up to 360.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Engine sounds strange. What should it sound like? They're authentic sounds, apparently. Referick. Inbound, Heathrow to KLM, Boeing 737-800, next gen winglets. Outbound, KLM Embraer 190. Ooh, enjoy, Referick. Mr. Hansicle, or Hansicle, I should say. Welcome to the house. Thank you very much for your support, Hansicle. I do use Active Sky, yeah, and Active Sky Cloud Art, yeah. Yep, Mrs. Squirrel, St Helens as well, Yod. Yeah, she was born in the Moss Bank area. I was born in Sutton. if you know the area at all. Look at that view. Thomas boy, 3 months, can't believe it. I'm loading up Gatwick and we'll see you at Belfast. Right, where's the food? Getting hungry here. You won't make Belfast on 3 tons of fuel? Well, that's good, because I punched 6 in. I seem to remember. On my weight and balance chart, I punched 5.2 tons of fuel on board, which leaves us with 2 tons when we get there. The trip fuel's 3. Myself. Right, I'm going to grab some food. It smells like curry. Turn that off and put that on. It is curry, isn't it? Hey? Curry sauce? Yeah. Roast potatoes, a big blob of chicken in a curry sauce, and carrot. Alright?
Coconut roast potato.
Coconut roast potatoes. Very nice. Nice. Yeah. Have tea. TJ, I haven't actually tried the Zebo mod. What I wanted to do was use the PMDG and then try the Zebo and see what it was like the difference. Thank you for 2 months. Overthought. No, it's not kebab. It's a chicken breast in like a fruity curry sauce. It's not kebab, Dave. Dave, are you going getting a kebab now?